Can you believe it? We're in a different part of my house again. It is August, which we are getting close to my favorite season, which is fall, but also another favorite time of year, back to school. What better way to celebrate back to school than with a good old reading challenge? That's right, this is the back to school reading challenge for September of 2020, ranging from September 1st to September 30th, and I'll give you some details. So as a kid, I absolutely loved back to school. I liked getting the school supplies, I liked getting my back to school outfit together, I loved color coordinating my folder and my notebook for each subject. And who could remember or who could forget when you could wrap your textbooks in paper or get those fun decorative socks? Oh my gosh, I miss those days so much. I do go to school now as a full-time professional. I take classes once a semester, and it's such a cool feeling. A little bit different than when I was in school, but I have a little bit more control and it is fantastic. To get in the spirit, I have a few back to school stuff with me right now, one of which is my Madison shirt. So I went to James Madison University for school and for grad school and absolutely loved it. So of course I'm going to represent the school that I absolutely adored and just made me go on the path that I wasn't really expecting. And then I also have my Ravenclaw blanket behind me. This was gifted to me by a friend on my 30th birthday, so that was last year. So lots of fun things. Got my backpack. I know for this we are probably going to be remote for actual back to school for students and kids that are going back to school. It might look different for everybody, but this I thought would be a fun way to celebrate back to school on your own terms and to be in control of what you want to read and the topics that you want to pursue. But for this back to school reading challenge, you create your own course schedule. So the topics that I'm going to be sharing are different subjects within school, but you can pick and choose which ones you want to achieve to get that A+ or whatever grade you want to get while back to school. All the details as well as how to sign up can be found in the description below, but I just want to give you a taste of what some of the prompts are so you can get a leg up before September 1st starts. The first prompt that I'm going to share with y'all today is world history. So a historical fiction book that you would either want to live in that time period or just historical fiction in general. And for that, I chose Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders. And this follows President Lincoln. And not too sure what else with that, but I know this one's been on my shelf for a while. I got this at a book fair, I think earlier this year, at the Friends of the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County. So absolutely loved that fair, and this book is just a pretty cover too, and it's a hardback, amazing. So that is my first prompt for world history. Another topic you can choose is Ditch Day, a book that you started but never finished. And for that, I have The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova, and this is a beautiful hardback. It's kind of chunky, but this I've started reading. I still even have the bookmark there. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. But I started this several times, but I've been warned that it's somewhat scary. It has to do with vampires, I was told, and my sister-in-law and my brother's godmother have read it, and they said it's phenomenal, but I just get so scared all the time. But that is going to be my Ditch Day selection for something that I've started and not finished. Another prompt for the back to school reading challenge is The Creative Arts, a book that takes you on a creative journey. So this one, I wanted to make sure that we weren't necessarily stuck in the mindset of fine arts or what we typically think of with arts, and expanded it more to creativity in general. So that I chose The Startup by Dori Shafrir. So this was a Book of the Month Club pick. I don't know how long ago this was, but this follows, I believe, 3 different characters. One is an app developer, one's a journalist, and one's a creative writer. So that I thought was a new take on the creative arts and different kind of things that we can expand our mind on when we think of arts. The last prompt I wanted to show you is Recess, just a fun book. And that I chose 500 Miles from You by Jenny Colgan. And this I saw on a few Bookstagrammer's posts, and I bought this when I went up to Columbus to visit the book loft, and it just looks like a fun cover. I believe it's going to be a love story, but it's set in England, or the United Kingdom, I should correct myself on, and that's a place I want to live in the future. I think that's fun, so that's why I'm going to settle for that one. So that's just a sampling of what is in store for the Back to School Reading Challenge. There are 9 prompts, and I just showed you 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I lost count. That I am super excited about. So again, this runs from September 1st through September 30th. All the details on how to sign up are going to be linked in the description, and I hope y'all can join. I'm going to do some social media posts, get the conversation going, maybe put out a few questions about fun back to school things. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I am excited about it. It's one of my other kind of reading challenges that I wanted to put together on a shorter term, but you pick and choose basically. If you have a book that you think can fit in more than one category or topic, go for it. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You can do all 9 prompts, you can double dip, that's fine. But I really hope y'all can join me and the rest of the community that wants to hop in on the Back to School Reading Challenge. Feel free to share this reading challenge with others you think might be interested. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and comment below with any books that you're interested in reading or different books that you would choose for the 4 topics that I shared. And feel free to subscribe to see more videos like this. I'll be probably doing a wrap up and then some other things having to do with the Back to School Reading Challenge. But of course, that's not all I do on this channel, but feel free to let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see from me. Hope everybody has a great day and happy reading.